Welcome, Taurus, to your mid-month reading for April. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Okay, let's see what's going on over here, Bull Gang. Okay, best message is coming through. I feel love is on the horizon over here. Trying to get somebody's attention, or somebody's trying to get your attention. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of direct communication that's coming in towards the mid-month here. Could be dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius, or an Aries. Doesn't have to be. But it does look like you are trying to get someone's attention, or they are trying to get yours. There is a perception here. Someone is keeping it a secret, but they want to have direct communication, but they're, or you're keeping it. It's like on the down low. The low down, the down low. It's like they're trying to reach out to you, but they're very head over heart. I mean, she's icy cold. I mean, they're not really 100% opening themselves out to you, but it's almost like they have this perception of what they want to say, but they're keeping it pretty to themselves. So it's almost like they keep trying to reapproach. Oh my gosh, I know exactly what it is. I know what it is, Taurus. They want to tell you how they feel, but then as soon as like they see you, they have this perception, they like see you and they're like, oh no, I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? So then they rethink about how they're going to approach you. So it's kind of like, I want to tell Taurus, this is how I feel. But then when they actually see you, it's like, oh, they shut down. You see what I'm saying? They shut down, they keep it to themselves. So that's what they're keeping the secret is. It's keeping it to themselves. So it's kind of a, you could say it's like a secret admirer. Even though I can tell intuitively that you know this is no secret. Like, but then again, I think you're kind of like, I think they do like me, but I can't 100% tell because they keep their heart closed. But yet, the way they look at me, the way they talk to me, right? The way they're happy when they see me, it kind of tells us, it's kind of a telltale sign, right? But then it's kind of like, but I hope that's true, right? I hope that's true. For a lot of you, I think you really do hope that's true. You're just waiting. Yeah, it's almost like they get disappointed with themselves. They're going to be very disappointed with themselves. Could also be dealing with Scorpio. They're very disappointed with themselves because it's like they can't get to, they have these Two of Cups over here, right? They want to turn around. They want to open up with those Two of Cups. They're like, I know you're my Two of Cups. I know that we're so much alike and I want to, but I can't stop looking at these Three of Cups down. I can't get over these feelings of maybe hurt, pain, scared of rejection. I don't want you to hurt my feelings. I'm scared. There's a fear. Yeah. But they do see you, Taurus. Here you come. It is you, right? Here you come. But they're like, no, but I see Taurus as like this awesome, disciplined, beautiful, right? Just beautiful King of Pentacles. This person could own their own business. They could already be a leader. They might even have a lot of wealth. It's a very generous person. They see you as very generous. Could be very generous with your heart, just opening up, laughing. You know what I'm saying? But they see you as a very abundant person with all this hope. And yeah, wow. The feelings are just like, wow. But you do give them anxiety. You give them anxiety, Taurus. So here in the mid-month, they do have a lot of anxiety, and this is because they really want to tell you. They really want to open up, but they just don't know how. They have so much worry of getting and being hurt. And so they can't seem to get out of this comfort zone that they put themselves into. They may have not have dated in a long time. They may have, whatever the situation is, right? But they know, but they know that they can trust you. Wow. Okay. They know that you're trustworthy. They know intuitively that you guys would be good for each other. But they're using this sensitivity. Their sensitivity is keeping them down. But they thirst for knowledge and thirst of ways of communicating with you. It makes them restless. Anxiety, restless. It's almost like as soon as they see you, it's kind of like, I want to open up this can of worms with you. But then again, I don't know what to say. So it's almost like they keep it very formal. So you could even feel like, okay, Taurus, they keep everything very formal. How are you doing today? Okay, what do you want? How do you need one? Boop, 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 boop. Okay, bye. You see what I'm saying? So there's like no personal touches. And it does feel like with all these swords, there's nothing, they're not opening up anything. There's no real personal touches. Even though they do crave to know more about you, they do crave to get to know you, they just can't seem to get that curiosity outside of the bag. So it's like, I have all this curiosity built up inside of me, but I can't get that out of my mouth. So it's like, if I thirst for all this knowledge of how are you, Taurus? What do you like, Taurus? What do you do, Taurus? I can't seem to get any of those words out. You might even find, I don't know, for some of you, I just find that they just kind of stand there and just stare at you because they don't know what to say. They're always waiting for you to say something. They're waiting for you to open your mouth. And it's like, whatever you say, I'll join in the conversation, but otherwise I don't know really how to really communicate with you. And when I do, boy, it's like ice cold. And you're just like, okay. And that could give you kind of mixed feelings too, Taurus, because you could be saying, you know what, intuitively, I know something's going on, but I don't know, because they don't want to actually open up to talk. Maybe, I don't know, for some of you, I just feel like maybe some of you just feel like maybe I'm seeing what I want to see. Maybe I think, but then why do I have this gut feeling that they do? Because the way they look at me, the way they approach me. Definitely some mixed signals. Let's put it that way. But how do they feel like Taurus is giving them? Then it makes me wonder, are you giving them mixed signals too? Let's ask that question. Because I don't feel like you've opened up a whole lot, but I do feel like you've opened up more than they have. How they see Taurus is self-sufficient. You really rock your world. They see you as the Nine of Pentacles. You've got your shit together. Whether you do or not, it's not the point. It's the way they see you. They see you as elegant. They see you as, the Nine of Pentacles. So they see you as, you know, this elegant person. This person who, you know, optimistic, who's got it together. It's just a perception, doesn't mean, you know, that you really do or not. I don't know. I feel like some of you are like, no, I got shit together. I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, but you perceive that you do. Your energy is enough to say, yeah, I'm the cat's meow. Um, the Four of Wands, they see you as a soulmate. They see you as a homecoming. They see you as a soulmate. That's why you're scaring them. That's why they're scared. They see you as having too much in common. They see you as two peas in a pod, 11-11. Guys have too much in common. So I would assume that you're opening your mouth a little bit more. Whatever conversations you are having, you guys are noticing that you guys do have a lot in common. Okay, and that's, I think it kind of scares them. I don't think they've met anyone like you. I do believe this is a deep, deep soulmate connection. There's something about you that makes them feel like their soul's at home because you have the homecoming. It makes them feel like they're comfortable. But that comfortability, though, can actually cause a lot of anxiety because they don't understand. It causes confusion. They don't understand why I feel this way. Why? They see you as very self-confident. It's kind of funny because it feels like they see you as very self-confident and very, you know, extroverted, where because they're an introvert. So you guys do have the common ground of being, you know, the yin and yang kind of scenario. They're kind of like, you're an extrovert. I see you as extra, you know, that's a very extrovert. And I'm a very much so an introvert. Even though people are a little weird about that because a lot of Tauruses are pretty introverted, can be very extroverted, but also can be very introverted. But for now, they're just seeing you as this butterfly, the limelighting, and that to them, you know, is kind of like a whoa, because it almost makes them feel like you can maybe push them out of the shell, and they feel like they are being pushed out of that shell. Wow. For some of you, could be dealing with a water sign or a Virgo. Could even be a Leo or an Aquarius, Libra. But no matter what, they feel like they're more introverted, but they feel like you're pushing them outside of the limits of what they normally, meaning they don't really social butterfly on this side. Like if they own a business, yeah, they're going to be a social butterfly, but they don't get into these. You see what I'm saying? They only stay in gray areas. You're pushing them outside of a gray area, and that makes them feel uncomfortable, but they like it. Oh my gosh, that's why they're like this. They're like so fucked up in their head. Because they're like, you know what this is? What'd you do to them, Taurus? What'd you do to me, Taurus? What did you do to this person? Yeah, you're pushing them out of a comfort zone, even though they're trying to keep their comfort blankie on. So you're pushing them out of a comfort zone and they're holding tight to this blanket and they're like, no, you can't take it away. But I want it to go, you know, but that's what's crazy. Because with the Page of Swords, they're saying, I'm holding tight to this comfy blanket, even though you're trying to take it away from me. But yet I want it to go away. I just don't know how. Oh, the confusion. Yeah. You've got this person all worked up. They so want to open up to you, but they don't know how. Yeah, lack of faith and despair, discouragement. This insecurity that they have within themselves, they're trying to disconnect from it. They're trying their hardest with the star upside down, but they're like, I don't know how. I don't know how to do this. It's such a challenge. It's such a challenge to, you know, and it's like they're overly protecting themselves. They were hurt. Somebody really hurt them. This is somebody who has been completely destroyed. They gave all and were destroyed one way or another. Or it has had lots of, look, there's only two scenarios here, my friends. There's a lot of trauma no matter what. Either they were really hurt in a relationship, or they have seen many days of, what is the word that I'm looking for? Shit. Rejection. I'm telling you right now, that's it. It's either they've been really hurt within a relationship, or they've been rejected so many times by women or men that they've pushed themselves down into their heart space. Meaning, I've asked so many women out, so many men out, and have always been rejected. No, you're such a sweetheart, but no, you're not good for me. So therefore, they've pushed themselves into this place where they don't know ever how to feel anymore. So they just keep themselves very introverted. And I feel like they have hopes. And that's crazy. They're hopeless, but they have hopes of never. They had hopes of never truly finding real love. Because either their true love that they had walked all over them and fucked them up, or they've been rejected so many times that they gave up. Or maybe even two in one. Maybe they'd had real love and then tried to find it again, and then just rejection, rejection, rejection. I'm telling you, this person was rejected a lot. That is so sad. And in some ways, Taurus, I think it would be worth, I don't know, guys. People are going to walk on us, and people are mean to us no matter what, and they hurt us. But could you imagine that, like, everybody that you ever came across has always rejected you? I think that's worse. I think it's worse. Because, at least you could say, at least I lived and loved and did all that. But what if, like, no one ever gave you that chance? That is so sad. Oh my God, why do I feel that? And then for one of them, whoever I'm picking up, they actually gave their heart and soul to everything. They hurt them so bad, and then when they went to again, they just got rejection, rejection. So then they just felt like they only had one person who could ever love them, and then nobody would ever love them again. This is the saddest fucking reading. And that's why they're not opening up. And crosswatcher, it could be the Taurus. Okay, just remember the rules, it can be reversed. The roles can be reversed, excuse me. But now it's like the universe is saying, no, I'm giving you this chance. Look at, you have the Hierophant. No, you don't have the Hierophant. You're going to get the Hierophant here in a minute. You have the High Priestess to the King of Pentacles to the Four of Wands. There's a portal opening here. Universe is opening a portal. No. There's going to be some inspired action. It looks like they are going to start trying their hardest. Looks like they're trying their hardest. They're trying so hard to be fearless. Wheel of Fortune, there it is. Boom. It's going to turn around. That's it. They're going to have those negative thoughts. It's for the Eight of Swords is coming through. They're going to take some impulsive action. That's it. They're going to get out of the Eight of Swords. That's it, guys. It's actually going to feel kind of, yeah, it's funny because it's like an action that they're not used to taking with the Magician upside down. So for them, it's going to feel like they're kind of tapping into something that they don't know exactly how to tap into it, but they're going to do it anyways. It might feel in some ways, but I think it's going to be more towards themselves. That's so weird, but it feels like, yeah, it's kind of a manipulation play, but I think they're manipulating themselves It's not on you. It's more on themselves. They're manipulating themselves like they're trying to manipulate that energy. They're trying to manipulate themselves to get out there, be strong, do what you need to do, right? And take that control. Yeah. It's like if you really want it, then you need to get out there. It's kind of like how we talk to ourselves, when we encourage ourselves. But I feel like for this person, though, it's almost like they're trying to like manipulate their own mind. And that's okay, though, in a lot of ways, though. Sometimes we have to do that when we're so scared to do something. Yeah. So that way they can feel like they're being generous, not only to you, but to themselves. It's like, get out there. It's like, what it feels like, you guys, like they're kicking their own butt. Like if you don't get out there, Taurus is going to walk, they're going to walk away. Then what? So they're going to switch this up. There's the switch. When this is inevitable that this is going to come around. When, yeah, then you're going to see them open up like never before for the Ten of Cups. They're going to start exploring these new ideas with you, exploring deeper things. You're going to actually start seeing their heart opening up. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're kicking their own butt. That's where the manipulation is. They're manipulating themselves to, hey, you know what? You got something. Somebody, they're actually interested in you. Do you understand? Get out of your head, right? And this is going to try to like turn everything around on its toes. Yeah, because they're going to do some kind of soul searching, which is going to lead them to the Knight of Cups. Hey, yes, do you want to go out, have a good time? Would you like to go to dinner? Okay. So they're changing. They have this switch coming. It's like a switch has been kicked. It's like the universe is going to kick a switch on in their mind and open up their heart and say, look, this is what it is. This is justified. You're okay. They're not gonna hurt you. This is not gonna hurt. This is not, you know what I'm saying? This is something that needs to happen. I'm actually pushing you guys together. Yeah, I mean, look at all the major arcanas coming out now. Now it's saying you're on the right path. I want you to be with this person. I want you to go outside. I want you to have a good time. I want you to find a purpose. I want you to feel like you have a sense of purpose in this love situation. Could be dealing with Sagittarius. Okay. So literally the universe is saying, I want you to try one more time. I don't want you to sit over here, right? And not do something. Quit playing it small. Taurus is ready. They're ready to rock and roll. So I just love that for you, though, because that's just saying, okay, now you understand why they're in their hidey hole, why you feel like they're in a pause and surrender. Why are they not moving? How come you feel like you're being stuck? This is because they had some kind of painful ending or some kind of wound that's going on that defeated them. But now they're going to feel this new inspiration. They're going to feel this new power play coming within them. It's going to cause this growth and this understanding to where they're going to want to hand out this Ace of Wands, where they're going to want to grow with you. They want this. They're going to nurture this situation. Could be dealing with a Capricorn who wants to nurture this situation with you. They finally feel like they get it, they understand it, and they want to be practical. And now they want to, have this with you. They're like getting it. Now their heart is starting to open, and they can say, okay, I can see Taurus is not going to hurt me. I can see that Taurus wants to be with me. I can see that, I can trust. Absolutely. After, but it's going to take some kind of revelation within themselves with the Tower to have this great awakening and this insight, so that way they don't live in the past anymore. Stop living in the past over here, whoever this person is. Okay, because Taurus is here and it says, this is a great opportunity for the both of you to share in this new love, to share these, these heartfelt moments. Okay. And not only that, you have the Ace of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. It's going to, but I do feel like this is going to be kind of a slow thing. The Chariot isn't there because it's a fast-paced thing. The thing that's fast-paced is this awakening that they're having. That's what's fast-paced. The relationship's going to be slow and easy. But the awakening is fast, and they're going to realize they're on the right path. Go get Taurus. Quit screwing around before Taurus leaves. Taurus is only going to stay for so long. Taurus is not the type of person that's going to hang out forever. Right? They like to build things. They want to get creating. They want to get building. They want to get things done. Right? It's like, I'm being as patient as I can with you, but I'm not going to stay over here forever. Right? I have things to do. I want, Unless I know that it's really, really worth it, I'm not going to stay around. You're just scurrying around, Taurus is going to leave. Absolutely. They're going to pause and surrender and let you think about it. But you better get ready because the focus will, the focus will change, right? You're only going to give people so long to get their shit together. So I love it though. I love it because it does look like they're going to have this great awakening where they're like, okay, and now they're going to actually start moving, right, enough for the moderation to actually be like you're actually moving instead of just sitting in the mud. Yeah, see, right now it says they're kind of feeling lost. But I kind of feel like you are too, because you're kind of like in this place of like, where are they going and what are they doing? Wandering aimlessly, but time and self-reflection brings clarity and purpose. So I kind of feel like this is like the whole understanding for both of you. You're kind of lost because you're like, what are you doing? Is this going somewhere or not? Or am I wasting my time? And they're just like, I don't know what the hell. No, roam free. So it's about roaming free. Love your untamed and wild side, follow your instincts, and trust your inner voice. So it's pretty much just saying, Taurus, just give them a little bit of time so that they can have that, yes, so they can have that time to open up their mind. Because right now they're a little closed-minded, and that's just from fear. Unwillingness to consider other perspectives or entertain new ideas, be more open, which is crazy because they are the Queen of Swords. So you might feel like, I don't know, there's that, I don't know. Discernment, don't run from difficult emotions, sit with them and allow them to shift. And I feel like you guys are really doing the same thing because it's really about just giving them a little bit of time. So Spirit says, don't control everything too much right now, Taurus. Give them time to have this awareness within the mid-month. Okay, let them have this time to have that big moment, right? When that lightning strikes from that tower, bringing in that chariot, for sure. Okay, so it says deep-seated fear or losing power or feeling vulnerable or false sense of security, because it feels like that's, don't try to control that because that's how they're feeling, right? You just keep being you. You keep doing what you need to do, okay? Because yeah, they're facing some fears, right? They're facing a little bit of fear because and it could even be like, why would I? Maybe they're even thinking like, they're a little defensive, right? Like, why would they even like me, right? If the insecurities are too much there, right? Don't make it to the point to where you're going to disconnect from them or avoid them, right? That's not what needs to happen. I mean, if you really like someone and you thirst for the knowledge, let the universe help them as they help themselves get past this, because it's not going to take long, because they're going to be like, wow, the more Taurus keeps talking to me, they really do like me. It's going to trigger something. Your love, you're the sun, you are going to keep, you are Venus, you are going to keep spilling that nurturing situation, and you're just going to open this person up like a can of sardines, okay? They're going to be like, whoa, what happened? But then, in a lot of ways, Taurus is going to like that, because it'd be like, I did that. I brought you back because of love. Because only the Hierophant and the Empress together could do such a thing. Show that desire. Oh my gosh, you guys are so beautiful. Oh my gosh, giving them back the strength to be the emperor, or excuse me, to be the emperor that they truly are, whether they're male or female. You're just giving them back that power that somebody has destroyed. Horrible. How horrible. But yeah, this is beautiful. I love it. I love it because it's showing this new beginning and love over here for you, and showing that, you know what, we can get through this. And you know what, there it is. I am going to give you what you need. Don't stress. We got this, right? There it is again. It just keeps popping up. Giving your heart. There it is. Taking on some boss moves, Taurus. Okay, guys, it's a beautiful reading. Just give them a little time and space. It is weird, though, because you really got their attention. It's almost like, okay, baby steps, guys. Just 1 foot at a time. Okay, till next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.